Once upon a time, men and women of all genders could rely on one thing at the cinema. Movies got the juices flowing. Hip to hip, we sat in dimly lit rooms that gave men the confidence to hold hands and women the security they always wanted. Through all the drama ups and downs, the romance of a heroic man saving the damsel in distress to the rubbing, squeezing, and convulsing from horror movie jump scares, we men grew and grew and grew ever more into the role of the protector, leaving our women all blinky-eyed and cuddly. Our love for one another ever harder to break with each and every movie experience we had together. And with every warm embrace pressed ever so deeply into each other, the woman's eyes averted from the screen just to confirm that her man was staring intently at that which brings out the best in every woman far and wide. Smoking hot ladies on a scale from 7 to 10. And not even babies sleep as well as men and women after a long hard night of that special lady trying to make her man forget what he's seen on screen. But oh, how the times they are a-changing. Because modern cameras seem to be so technologically advanced and high definition that men sit upon porcelain thrones to ask that new age-old question: are there truly any hot ladies? And by hot, of course, I mean highly capable and original characters with huge amounts of talent. Is there a possibility that no woman has ever reached the heights of a 7 to 10? I mean, it must be that cameras in the past were out of focus in such a way that there only appeared to be hot ladies in advertising, magazines, movies, and television. And seeing what we only thought were hot ladies everywhere we looked must have also clouded our minds so much that we even saw these imaginary talented women in the real world. But the times they are a-changing. Because cinemas have now become yet another place for women to take selfies of their best Howard the Duck impressions in public bathrooms, putting on filters instead of makeup. And another place for men to be told they're inferior, worthless, and solely responsible for everything terrible in the world, all because they spend their time in bathrooms standing and peeing. And with no other use for the cinema experience, men and women now sit on the opposite sides of the sofa, and sometimes other sides of the house. What once was a warm and meaningful embrace, now a cold void of empty space between the genders. For women no longer fear the 7 to 10 range of the scale, because being an average 6 now puts them above any of the actresses that are 3 to 5s at best, and without the need to compete or something to aspire to that's higher than a 6. Now every woman sits alone, untethered, holding on tightly to the memory of a warmth they used to get from the fear of not being good enough to be loved. In the before time, men used to kindle the fire inside every woman's heart with every rub of their shoulder and every look they gave to the 7 to 10s of media from days now long gone. But oh, how the times they are a-changing. With every girl boss, gender swap, and man trashed at every possible moment, we all feel the death of not just films, but that of the connection the opposite sexes once had. A love for the movie experience that brought men and women closer together. Through every actor and actress that was larger than life with looks that made all of us want to put in the effort to look better ourselves. Every character that overcame obstacles that inspired us to achieve more than we could ever possibly imagine. And of course, every story that gave us hope enough to dig ourselves out of the darkness that consumes us. All of these elements of cinema made us all want to live better lives, so generations to come could have paths to follow, or at least they could look at our experiences to find a way out far and away from their despair. Since the dawn of time, humans have always achieved more through knowing that there is always a job better than theirs, a life more fulfilled, and a person with more joy and happiness. But that's the thing. Seeing everything better than what we have is what drives us all, to raise the bar, make changes, and to reach for higher standards. If we continue to stop showing everything that is better, the best of the best, then what are we left with but ourselves? As the media we consume is filled more and more with the ugliness of the world, the more disconnected we become, and the less we look in the mirror to see who we are compared to who we could be. And so the death of the hot lady of cinema will be the death of us all. But even though her light flickers in the darkness, I still believe in her. But the question is, do you?